Big possession. Video. You got no one to realize how stacked the Dallas Cowboys are, except I do. You have 6 players on the top 100 list, it says. So let's get into it.
We can complain about the Cowboys a lot,
but to be honest, if you're a sports fan, there is always something that can be better. And the idea of chasing perfection is what makes sports so
What the
great.
hell is this?
While the Cowboys
Here we
might
go.
not be perfect
A little
at it,
bit
they
better.
draft so well, it's almost hard to believe.
Now, we are the best drafters in the entire NFL. You cannot say otherwise. There's not a team who puts out more Pro Bowlers and all pro players than the Dallas Cowboys.
And these players that they have selected over the years have really made their marks on the league. Before we kick
Tyron
off
Smith?
the NFL season, we'll
You're not gonna
typically
pick Tyron
release their
Smith?
top 100 players list. The lists are typically made by staff votes, fan votes, or even player votes. Well, Pro Football Network has come out with their top 100 players before the 2023 season, and 6 Cowboys made the list. And there is one Cowboys player that is ranked insanely high, and it is so
Micah
well
Parsons.
deserved. In today's video,
It's Micah
we're going to break
Parsons.
it all down. And I want you guys to tell me if you think these players are ranked too high, too low, or just right down below in the comments.
Probably a little bit too
I'll
low,
give
to
you
be
my
honest with
opinion
you.
on the rankings, and we can all be thankful for how much talent is on this Cowboys team in 2023.
Yes.
So let's get into
I've been
the
trying to
video.
tell the entire NFL this. Everyone who likes the NFL, I've been trying to tell the 49ers fans, Eagles fans,
The
Redskins,
first person to appear on the Pro
Well,
Football
Commanders.
Network list at number
Giants
84
fans.
is wide receiver
Chiefs
Ceedee Lamb.
fans.
If I counted
CeeDee
correctly,
Lamb.
they had
Little
him
love
as
for
the
CeeDee Lamb.
10th best
84
wide
is-
receiver in Pro
84 is
Football
fucking
Lamb to
diabolical.
appear on
What the
Pro
hell? This is diabolical because he's better than DK Metcalf. He's better than Terry McLaurin. He's better than Debo Samuel. He's better than all those dudes.
Football
This
Network
is
list
diabolical.
at number 84 is wide receiver
Diabolical.
CeeDee Lamb. If I counted correctly, they had him as the 10th best wide receiver in pro football
Diabolical.
going into 2023. Last season was Lamb's breakout campaign. He caught over 100 passes for 1,359
About
yards.
107 yards, 107 receptions, 1,300 yards, 9 touchdowns. And there's people out here saying that there's 83 better players in the NFL than CeeDee Lamb. That's crazy.
And 9 touchdowns.
Let alone 9 other
With more
receivers
help
better.
from guys like Brandin Cooks in 2023, Lamb could take it up another notch, and we could be looking at 2014 Dez Bryant numbers in that famous 88 jersey. Interestingly enough, the list had Lamb ahead of a couple guys I thought would have been higher on this list. And then they had him below some guys that had me scratching my head just
DK
a little
Metcalf
bit.
and Terry
Lamb
McLaurin.
was ahead of DK Metcalf, who came in
That makes sense. That makes sense.
at 94th overall, and his NFC East rival in Terry
Oh,
McLaurin.
I thought. See, the ESPN is who had these. That's who had these bums ahead of him, because they're bums compared to him.
Who was 92. But Lamb was behind Tyler.
Nigga, what? What? Tyler Every fan out there of every team, you let me know if you rather have CeeDee Lamb or Tyler Lockett on your team. Let me know. Nigga, let me know right now. Today. Let me know.
Lockett and Debo Samuel, who I think are tremendous players, but I'm not sure I'm taking them over CeeDee Lamb
Thank you.
in 2023.
I've been trying to get people on board. This guy knows what he's talking about. All you delusional 49ers fans out there thinking that Debo Samuel is better than CeeDee Lamb, you're mistaken. Even he can see the vision. I see the vision. Everyone sees the vision, except 49ers fans. But you'll see this year because the Dallas Cowboys, we're going to go to revenge. We're going to get back. We're getting back in blood. Shout out Lord Derek. You know what I'm saying?
When you look at
And
what Lamb was
Pusha
able to accomplish as really the only threat for Dallas on the outside,
Make sure to
and
subscribe
account
button there,
for
road
his
to
playoff
subscribers.
game against the best defense
Pretty
in
much
San
subscribe button, help out
Francisco,
out. Thank you.
where he hauled
Thank you
in
very
10
much.
catches for 117.
And that's against quote unquote one of the
Best
better
defense
defenses
San
in the league.
Francisco, Where
This is quote unquote one against the better defenses in the league. 10 This is the progress. 10 receptions for a buck 17.
he hauled in 10
Check.
catches for 117. There's an
Check.
argument to be made that he should be a little bit higher on this list.
Yes.
So for this one, I'm going too low. The next player
He knows
we'll
what he's
find
talking
is
about.
15 slots down from CeeDee Lamb, and it's his quarterback, Dak Prescott, who was ranked as the 6th best quarterback in the league.
Wow! The NFL players actually know what they're talking about. I can get down with top 6. I can do top 6.
By Pro Football Network.
I can do top
Dak
6.
Came in
You heard
as
it first.
The 69th overall
top
player
6.
in all.
I can't argue. That's
football.
fair. This is
and
fair.
Before I say anything else, kudos to PFN for not subscribing to the Dak Prescott hate. On this list, Dak ranked above guys like Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, but below.
Aaron Rodgers is washed. I mean, you saw him last year. He's washed. He couldn't even get his team to the playoffs.
Jalen Hurts and Justin Herbert.
He's better than Jalen Hurts. I'll say that. Jalen Hurts had a tremendous year last year. He had a great run to the Super Bowl. Granted, they did play a couple of bum teams. Let's be honest. The Giants are not that good. Daniel Jones is an absolute ass wipe. They were playing against a third-string quarterback against the 49ers. I don't care how good their defense or how good you thought they were mixing it up with the passing and rushing and, dink and dunking it and yards after the catch. Nigga, it's a third-string quarterback. You should beat that team. Let's just be honest. It's like let's be honest. You should beat that team. Now, he had a great year, but he's not better than that.
Now, I might not agree with him being over Rodgers right now, but maybe PFN is going off of Rodgers' decline in 2022, and it might carry over into 2023.
Thank you.
Nevertheless, after a pretty brutal year for Dak, the interceptions, the criticisms, everything that we've already talked about on this channel, being in the top 70 players and a top 6 quarterback is pretty good. And PFN might be seeing what I am. The change in play caller,
this guy knows ball. This guy right here knows football, bro.
The addition of Brandin Cooks could really rise that stock pretty quickly and make this offense more.
Yeah, look at those moves. Look at that cut. That was a good cut.
I just
high point the football. That's natural guy given ability.
I'm not going to repeat everything that I said. So if you want to check that video out after this one, it'll be down below.
I like
this ranking for Dak Prescott is just right. So with that, let's move on.
We're on the same page.
To the third Cowboy on this list, and that is Trayvon Diggs coming in at number 56. Last year there was a drop in Diggs' interception numbers compared to
but he did much better on the clamps.
One where he hauled in 11. Last year that number dropped to just 3, but like this article states, we did see better coverage ability in his third year as a pro. PFN had him ranked as the 8th best corner heading into 2020.
8th best corner, let's see. Let me see if some corners I think, I have no issue. Jair Alexander, I have no issue. Patrick Surtain, I have no issue. A lot of people are really high on Sauce Gardner. I don't think Sauce Gardner should be above Trayvon Diggs. Personally, me. He had 1 year. Trayvon Diggs led the league in interception last year with 11, or the year before with 11. Nigga, I don't care. They may have Tariq Woolen, whatever his name is, above him. I think if you got that, you're mistaken. Jair Alexander, who else? Patrick Surtain. I don't think you should have Darius Slay. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of people are on his dick. He's not that good. Travarius Ward he's bad. Jalen Ramsey on a good day can be better, but last year he was terrible. Let's not be mistaken by that. He was not good. To be honest, I'm thinking about it. He should be top 5. I don't even know who else. Because, I don't think Marshawn Lattimore is better than him. Dang. I mean, there's a lot of guys all in that same range. You could nitpick, argue back and forth. J.C. Horn, all these different guys. J.C. Jackson, even though he got hurt last year, I'm pretty sure. A lot of these guys you can nitpick back and forth. But to be honest, he should be top 5.
23, behind guys like Sauce Gardner, Jalen Ramsey, and...
This is fucking cap, bro. Sauce Gardner is not better than Trayvon Diggs.
Patrick Surtain, to name a few. And for Diggs' placement on this list, I think it's just right. Now, Diggs...
The other ones were valid. You're wrong on this one.
Has shown a ton of growth as a corner.
You're wrong on this one,
he is one of the league's best ball hawks. I didn't see anyone on this list that I think he is definitely better than heading into 2023. He's improved every single year and will likely see another jump in 2023. How big? We don't know. But if he locks up big-time receivers on the Cowboys schedule, catches a few more interceptions, he could easily be a top 20 or 30 player on this list next year.
He's already top 20.
I think there's a guy that can help him with that in 2023, who comes in at number 54, and that is Stephon Gilmore. While Diggs was ranked 8th, Gilmore was 54, and that is Stephon that in 2023, who comes in at number 54, and that is Stephon Gilmore. While Diggs was ranked 8th, Gilmore was ranked as the league's 7th best corner.
Okay. Now, he's so Dallas Cowboys. Don't get me wrong. Stephon Gilmore is the Dallas Cowboys. But who on planet Earth thinks that Stephon Gilmore is a better corner than Trayvon Diggs? What? Bro, you are smoking crack. You are on methamphetamines if you think that Stephon Gilmore is better than Trayvon Diggs. Maybe in 2018, 2019. Now? No. Absolutely not.
That means Dallas has 2 top 10 corners on their defense this coming season. And I don't want to get too far ahead of myself, but with a defensive line like that and corners that can cover, this is a scary defense.
It definitely
Gilmore
is.
Getting up there in age, but so far on the football field, he hasn't really shown.
He could very well be top 10, but
we saw years ago, but he is still finding ways to shut down top wide receivers around the league at the age of 32. Last year, he didn't really show any cracks in his game despite facing number 1 receivers week
Yeah, he was good last year. Underrated
in Dallas,
last year.
He'll get his fair share of run against top wideouts. But for the most part, he'll face teams' number 2 guys, which should be a breeze for him considering what he did last year. This cornerback duo is one of the main things that I'm excited to see in 2023. The Cowboys could have the top cornerback duo when it's all said and done.
Definitely.
For me, Gilmore is still a really good player, and I think this ranking is just right. People try to make arguments for other guys, but the consistency year in and year out, every single week, he shows up, dominates, and then makes it look like an easy day's work. He is the top-rated offensive guard on this entire list. Some names above him include Nick Chubb, Chris Jones, and Fred Warner. I mean, do I think those guys do their job better than Zach Martin?
No.
Probably not. But the guard position isn't as flashy as some of the other ones on this list. Still, this ranking feels kind of low.
Fred Warner's
the last name. And if you haven't seen this list in its entirety, it may shock you how far you have to scroll down to find him. Micah Parsons is ranked as the 2nd best player in all of football.
That's what I'm talking about, baby! Woo! How about them Cowboys? Woo! That's what I want to hear.
Behind the unanimous best player in Patrick Mahomes. I will say that I was shocked by how high they had Parsons
I'm not
ranked.
shocked.
2nd overall is quite the stamp of approval from PFN. And I'm not saying that I disagree with it. I think all of the metrics show you that Parsons is the best pressure player in the NFL. He plays a premium position as a pass rusher, and he's probably the best at it. So that earns him the 2nd spot. PFN says in their article, nobody is more valuable to their defense than Micah Parsons. And while Garrett was the top edge in positional rankings,
that's what a lot of people don't realize is that Micah Parsons
trick pony. While his days on the second,
Nick Bosa is straight edge. Micah Parsons is an elite edge player. He's an elite off-ball linebacker. He probably would be all pro at safety. We could put Micah Parsons everywhere on the field. Nick Bosa is only going to be on the edge. He's only going to be he's a hand in the dirt defensive end. Micah Parsons can be hand in the dirt, stand up. He can be off ball. He could be anything you want. He can drop back in coverage. He's versatile. So in that case, he is better.
2nd level are fleeting, and he's added
so I don't want to hear anything out of
a full-time edge
I don't care if you want
Parsons does it all on defense,
defensive player of the year.
Which is completely true. The Cowboys' defense changed drastically after his arrival in 2021. He can really do it all, and whatever Dan Quinn tells him to do, he can do it, and it's at a high level. So I have to say, this one is just right. That concludes today's video. If you enjoyed, please make sure to leave a like.
That concludes the video. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. I'll ask you next. Doses.